Right out of university, I started working with the Miller Brewing Company in human resource management. Over the next decade, I had the opportunity to work with two other organizations, Weyerhaeuser Forest Products, a paper company, and a small manufacturing firm. So I worked at corporate headquarters, I worked in division offices, I worked in manufacturing plants. I opened a brewery, I closed a brewery, and during that time, I was put right in the center of many major organizational change efforts going on. So they included acquisitions, divestitures, reorganizations, downsizing, right-sizing, Six Sigma programs. Throughout all of that, I became a student of leadership. So as a junior manager, I was observing the senior leaders and noticing some were successful and some weren't. And what separated the two? And the ones that were successful seemed to understand it took three critical elements to navigate those changes. And one was strategy, having a clear direction of what they wanted to achieve in the future and communicating that. Second was understanding change, how it affected people and the change processes necessary. And the third was they were able to draw upon a wide repertoire of leadership skills that were appropriate to actually implement these changes. So what I also concluded at that time, early in my career, was what I didn't want to do, is to be that person responsible driving that change. But what I also realized is I wanted to help those leaders be successful. And that's what brought me to Darden, where I've had the opportunity ever since to really put into practice what I've learned in those corporate days, and also to continue to study at the intersection of strategy, of leadership, and change. Because realizing in today's world of the ever increasing pace of change, that's what really separates successful leaders and those that aren't. So whether I'm in a classroom teaching leadership to executives, whether I'm facilitating a change management simulation or doing one-on-one coaching with executives, that's what I enjoy doing. And I'll say nothing gives me greater joy than when I get an email from an executive that I had the pleasure of working with at some point in the past, where they share sort of the good news of some significant change they've made in their organization or some promotion. And to me, that's a real kick, and that's why I do what I do.